Good evening, USFFL. You are looking live at our latest broadcast. We got a couple of games coming down to the end here, and we're going to keep our eye on them both. We have the, what's the first one? We have the Saints traveling to the Bucs. They're fighting for the division lead right now in the fourth quarter. And we have another one just about to go to halftime. Broncos at Ravens, both fighting for playoff position as well. Live action here in the USFL. All righty, welcome back. Let's go ahead and get out to Tampa. Check out that game right now. Let me make sure, get me off the screen here. All right, going to get my phone out so I can make sure we're broadcasting fine. Wow, it was 22-22 last I saw it. You were looking at a 29-29 tie, and that's a lot of why I've decided to connect to this game. I do not know much about it. We're going to have to pick it up as we go. Here's a double-team receiver, and it makes no difference. Brady hits Curtis Godwin. First down yardage, pick up a 10. I got to get out here. Just got to make sure that the broadcast is working. I don't like wasting my time. All right, there it is. And yeah, looks like we're good. So let's focus on what we're doing then. We do have another game. We'll connect to it in a little bit. It's behind this one, and this one is definitely coming down to the end. Real quick here while we're doing that. Let's give you a little bit of context. All right. And here you go is the overall, but these two teams are in the same division. Let's take a look. NFC South. Saints are on top with a 6-6 record. Bucs right behind them at 5-6, and the Bucs are dangerous with a 3-0 division record. So Saints really need this win. Bucs could be 4-0 in the division with a season sweep of the Saints if they get this win. So a huge opportunity for them here. And the Bucs are driving. Bucs are coached by Vince Trivelpiece, who, by the way, is one of our Hall of Fame coaches with 3 prior championships in the history of this league. The New Orleans Saints are coached by Dan Sir, who I faced in a Super Bowl a few years back. 4th down and 2, and the Bucs are going for it. Wow, they're going to forego a 47-yard field goal here halfway through the fourth quarter. That's interesting. 3 wide receivers split out. We got a sideline pass. Russell Gage, linebacker, is in zone. Brady to his card. Yak opportunity, and that's going to be good for 5 and a first down. 3 of those came from the quarterback, and then 2 more from the receiver. Wow, he gave up a 2 through 10 field goal opportunity there. Vince with a bold play call. That's a 2 through 10 field goal all the way out to the 32. There was some variable risk, but wow, off tackle Leonard Fournette, he is keyed. Goes to his right column nonetheless, and it's no gain, 2nd and 10. 6:36 remains in this one. These two teams within 10 yards of each other on this game. Back to pass looking short, and that's going to be caught, 11 yards. Russell Gage on the reception. First and 10 now at the 14 for the Buccaneers. Saints look pass, it's a run. Lenny Fournette up the middle. He's got 6 as the 6 on the white die beats the tackle. Second and 4 at the New Orleans 8. Bucs are 80% in the red zone today. Saints are 100%. Saints showing blitz. Safety up close. Out of the 4-3. Rashid White is a tailback. It's a key on him. And on his keyed card, it's -1. But a penalty is a face mask against the defense. So, Saints with an untimely penalty. And it is 1st and goal at the 4 for the Buccaneers. Fast-moving game here in the NFC South. Back to pass. Brady looks short and no good. Chris Godwin could not make the catch in the three-man column on the Saints defense. Second and goal at the 4, run up the middle. He's keyed, and he's going to get a touchdown nonetheless on the defensive card. 5 on the white die, beats the linebacker, and Lenny Fournette with a 4-yard touchdown dive puts the Bucs on top. Extra point, Ryan Suckup. And it is now a 7-point lead for the Bucs at home, 36-29. 4.5 minutes remain in this one. Ensuing kickoff, brought out by Rashid Shaheed out to the 31-yard line. And that's where the Saints will begin. Blocking back set. Bucs will stay back in the nickel. It's Kamara in the backfield. Ooh, off tackle and a pick up a 9. Defense looking pass, and Kamara on his wrong column got 9. 2nd and 1. Out to the 40 now. Eno Benjamin comes in. Kamara out. Bucs slide down into the 3-4. Back to pass, looking deep, going to Olave, and that ball is intercepted by the Buccaneers. Intercepted at their own 34-yard line. Antoine Winfield, but a penalty wipes it away. So it looks like maybe Antoine Winfield was a little handsy with that pick. Take it off the board, pass interference. Huge swing, as it now means that the Bucs do not have the ball in their territory. Instead, it's the Saints that are now at the Bucs 30 after that penalty. Huge flag. 3 minutes, 18 seconds left in this one. 1st and 10, Saints at the 30. Giant penalty. Saints have 7 penalties, 55 yards. The Bucs 2 for 54. I'm sorry, 2 for 44, including that pass interference. Kamara back in. But back to pass, looking short and no good. Jawan Johnson the target, and Andy Dalton hit a blank spot on his card. It's 2nd and 10 at the 30. Oh, New Orleans. 6 players out with injury in this game. Bucs are without Keyshawn Vaughn. They've been without him all season. Flat pass, Kamara. Yak opportunity. Kamara's got a good yak, and he's got room. And 1st down yardage inside the 20 and down to the 11-yard line. Pickup of 19 on the play. Kamara capitalizing on his A-rated yak, and it is 1st and 10, Saints in the red zone now. 2:24 remaining. They trail by 7. Division lead on the line here. Blocking back set. The call is run defensively. It's a pass short to Jawan Johnson. No good. Interception split roll on the defensive card. Crisis averted with the dice. And it is now 2nd and 10 at the 11. Kamara stays in as the tailback. 3-4 defense here by the Bucs. And it's a screen. And that's going to be caught by Kamara, and he is brought down after a gain of 6. And we have reached the 2-minute warning here in Tampa Bay. Bucs are on top, 36-29. Saints on the shadow of the goal line, 3rd and 4 at the Tampa 5. Big 3rd down here, nickel defense by the Bucs. Back to pass. Dalton looks short. He's got his man. Olave has it. Touchdown, Saints. And an extra point here would tie this game up at the 1:45 mark. Will Lutz nails it. No misses on that card. And with 1:45 to go, both teams, all 3 timeouts, were knotted up at 36. Saints coach commenting he would like to have used more time on that drive. I don't blame you, Dan. Devin Tompkins, a short kick return. And the Bucs will have it. 1st and 10 at their own 20. 1:37 left in this game. We mentioned Tampa looking for an opportunity to pull off the sweep. They won the first game of this series, week 2, 34-28. The rematch is tied at 36. 1:37 remaining. 4 wide receivers split out for Tom Brady. He's out of the shotgun. Cade Otton is beside him. Saints are going to come out with a nickel. Back to pass, Brady. He's looking short, going to Julio Jones. Receiver opportunity. JJ's got it. 13-yard pickup. Brought down inbounds. And that's going to produce Tampa's first time out. They have 2 remaining. Stops the clock with 1 minute, 30 seconds remaining. Tampa now out to their 33. Same formation, no running backs, 4 receivers on the field. Nickel from the defense. Brady back to pass. Looking short. Chris Godwin has it. First down yardage, a pickup of 10. He does not get out of bounds. Brought down by Tyrann Mathieu. Honey Badger forces the Bucs to call their second timeout. 1:22 left. First and 10 at the 43 of Tampa. They have a 2-10 field goal if they can get down to the 32. 2-5 goes all the way out to the 37. Back to pass, Brady again. Looking short, no good. On his card, Brady couldn't hit it. Pass intended for Russell Gage. 2nd and 10 now. Again, Vince Trevelpiece foregoing any running backs. Cade Otton in the backfield with Brady. Back to pass, looking deep and incomplete. Again, it was going to Russell Gage, and credit to the defense. Double team on the correct receiver. Brady couldn't hit it on his card, and we've got a 3rd and 10. Minute 7 left. 4 receivers and the tight end in the backfield once again. Spread formation. Back to pass, looking short. Going to Julio Jones, and that's no good, incomplete. 60 seconds remains in this one. 4th and 10. Tampa from their 43 will punt. And pretty good punt. Back to the 5-yard line. Fielded there by Rashid Shaheed, and a fair catch. Let's see what we've got here because it's out to the 20. So that doesn't make sense, but it means sometimes what I'm seeing here doesn't match what the coaches are seeing. At any rate, let's tell you where we're at. 36-36 tie, 52 seconds left. Back to pass, looking deep and no good, incomplete. Dangerous throw there by Andy Dalton. Interception split roll on the Bucs defensive card. 2-4, 12, misses it. 2nd and 10 at their 20. 3-2-6 deep dime shown here by the Bucs. Trevelpiece playing it safe, and so is the offense. Off tackle. And Alvin Kamara with a gain of 7. That's going to make it 3rd and 3. And we'll see if both coaches are content to let this clock run. And they are not, as the Saints use their first time out. 3rd down and 3, New Orleans from their 27. Only 37 seconds remains in this game. Broncos, Ravens on deck in the second half by now. 3rd and 3, button hook over the middle. Kamara, he's got it. First down yardage up to the 36. Pick up a 9. And the Saints call another timeout. They're down to 1. So both teams with 1 timeout. 30 seconds remain. 1st and 10 at the 36. Saints split out 3 wide receivers. Kamara the halfback. Dalton out of the shotgun. Deep down on the defense, so another screen is coming. And it's incomplete. Kamara couldn't make the catch. 2nd and 10. Both teams come out in the same formation. 3 wide receivers, 1 halfback. 2nd and 10 screen going right back to Kamara, and no good once again, both times. Going to the receiver card. And on the right column, rolling a 7, nothing doing. 3rd and 10. Just 15 seconds remain. 21 yards away from the closest field goal range. Dalton again out of the shotgun on 3rd and 10. Back to pass, looking short, and it's to Jawan Johnson. He's got it. First down yardage and out of bounds. Only 8 seconds remains, though, but it's across. Actually, it's not even across midfield. 1st and 10, Saints at their own 47 with 8 seconds. And again, they need to get to the 43 to have a shot without the variable. If they don't get any variable help, they need another 10 yards. So they got a shot here, but only one play. 8 seconds left. They do have a timeout. Dalton out of the shotgun. Bucs will stay in the deep dime. Here's a button hook, empty zone, and to the defensive card. It's a pickup of 9. 2nd and 1 at the Tampa 44. 1 second remains. Here comes a field goal. He needs a +1 on the variable for the 2 through 6 and 12. Here's the kick by Will Lutz. Does he get the variable? Without it, he's dead in the water. 2 through 6 and 12 if he gets it. This is going to be a 61-yard field goal attempt for the win. Dan Sir looking for a bionic leg moment here at the gun. He lines it up. He gets the variable. The kick is no good. Just misses it. He got the variable he needed for the 2 through 6 and 12, rolls the 7, and we are off to overtime here in the NFC South. 36-all. Fast-moving game. We're already going. Overtime is underway. Saints have the first possession. They'll begin at their 25 after a touchback. Blocking back set. Kamara and Jawan Johnson in the backfield. 3-4 here from the Bucs. Here's an off-tackle run, Alvin Kamara, and that's going to be a pickup of just 2 yards. Defense called run. It did go to the defensive card. Linebacker in zone. Tackle couldn't make the block, 2nd and 8. Kamara out. Eno Benjamin in as the tailback. Same formation. Defense shifts to the nickel. Kamara, 129 yards rushing today on 20 carries. So a good day for Kamara. Tampa coach requesting a moment here on 2nd and 8. While he's doing that, let us go ahead and get the other game up and running. It looks like they're going, so let's get back there quickly. Okay, still showing full screen. Here we are. What do we have? We had a 4-yard off-tackle run for Benjamin, so that sets up a 3rd and 4. Kamara back in the game here. Still blocking back set. 4 linebackers in here. Back to pass, looking short, and he's actually going to scramble, and Dalton cannot get it. Tried to run with it, brought down at the line of scrimmage. Sack on the play. Levante David with the sack. It's 4th and 4, and here comes the punt, and it's double sixes. Terrible punt at a terrible time for the Saints. Just a 27-yard boot and a fair catch for Tampa at their own 42. 7:36 remaining in halftime. Vince, Trevelpiece, and the Bucs with the ball. Their field goal range goes out to the 37, but only at a 2 through 5. Really looking to get to the 32 for the easier chippy. First down play, run, draw up the middle, and a pickup of 4. Lenny Fournette. That one on the defensive card. 2nd down and 6. Fournette, 18 carries, 75 yards in this game. Still in the blocking back set now. Here's a screen pass to the right side. 1 linebacker in zone, and the yak opportunity. This is going to Fournette. He's pretty good. He's got it. 1st down yardage, but flag on the play. Wipe it away. Back him up 5 yards. It's 2nd and 11. Now 3 wide receivers in for Tampa. They're at their 41. Brady out of the shotgun. Back to pass, looking short, and Russell Gage has it, and he is close to a 1st down, but tackle on the play by Chris Harris, just a yard short. So 3rd and 1 here for Tampa, just across midfield at the New Orleans 49. Probably be 4-down territory here for Vince Trevelpiece. 2 tight end set. Fournette in the deep eye. 4-3 defense here from the Saints. Defense looks for a pass, but it's a run. Fournette up the middle, and it's going to be a pickup of just 2, but that's good enough to move the sticks. Right guard couldn't make the block, but the Bucs get the first down anyway. 1st and 10 now at the New Orleans 47. They'll stay in the 2 tight end set here. Rachaad White replaces Lenny as the tailback. Defense looks run. It's a pass. Brady going short, and it's caught. First down, yardage. Penalty on the plays against the defense, so that'll be declined. And all of a sudden, the Bucs are 1st and 10 at the 36 of New Orleans. From here, a 2 through 5 field goal. And just a few yards away from a 2 through 10, so getting close here. 3 wide receivers again. Rachaad White still the tailback. Brady now 27 of 40, 298 yards and 3 touchdowns. He's back to pass again, looks short, and it's going to Chris Godwin. He's got it. 15 yards and a first down. Personal foul as well against New Orleans. And it's suddenly 1st and goal at the 10. From here, it's a 2 through 10 field goal. It doesn't get better unless you go to the 2-yard line. So I would expect we might see the field goal kicker here. Some coaches prefer not to take that chance to keep driving for the end zone, I've noticed. We'll see how our Hall of Fame coach views this. Ryan Succop pretty much automatic from here, and he is on the field 2 through 10 for the Bucs to get the walk-off winner. Succop lines it up, and he drills it. The walk-off winner for the home fans as the Tampa Bay Buccaneers assume the division lead in the NFC South with an overtime victory over the Saints, sweeping the season series. Score here today, 39-36. All right, so I've invited the coaches on. Let's go ahead and let's get over and see what's happening in the AFC. Broncos versus the Ravens in Baltimore. Should be in the second half now. I'd wager maybe late 3rd quarter even. Let's see what we got. A couple of teams still very much in the AFC playoff race. Which is saying something for the Ravens because they got off to a rough start this year and have really been fighting back. 8:42 remains in the 3rd quarter. Denver on the road is up on the Ravens 20-6. Ravens with the ball at their 22. There's a nice run up the middle. Kenyon Drake. Pick up a 28 yards on the play. Wow. Got the short gain on the defensive card with a couple of boxes. 1st and 10 Ravens at the 50 now. Two tight ends set here. Here's a quick in slant over the middle to Josh Oliver, and that's no good. Incomplete on the defensive card. Baltimore Ravens are coached by John Shoemaker. We made reference to the fact that they got off to a rough start this year. Baltimore began the season after winning their opener with 5 consecutive losses. They were 1-5. They're now 5-6, very much in the race. 2nd and 10 play here. Safety up close for Denver, showing blitz. Here's an end run, Lamar Jackson. Defense calls runs, so great call by the defensive coach. And a 3-yard loss sets up 3rd and 13. That defensive coach is David Kukafka. He has his Broncos at a 6-5 mark. 2.5 games out of the division race after the Chiefs won earlier this evening. But actually right there in the wild card race. We'll show that here in a second. Big 3rd and 13. Isaiah Likely in the backfield with Lamar Jackson. He's the tight end. Second tight end, I should say. No running backs here. Jackson out of the shotgun. Deep dime, showing blitz. Back to pass and looking long, going to Deshaun Jackson. He's double teamed, so nice call defensively and incomplete. 4th and 13, Baltimore from their 47. And I assume that means a punt. We'll come right back and check on that. Coffin corner punt, and that's out of bounds at the 24-yard line. So not the best time for a coffin corner, doesn't look like, based on the roll anyway. Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their 24. They're up by 2 scores, 20-6. 6:36 remaining here. Melvin Gordon, the single setback, 2 tight end set. Russell Wilson back to pass, little hook over the middle and incomplete. Melvin Gordon was the target, missed on the defensive card, 2nd and 10. I mentioned the Broncos fighting for a wild card spot. As it stands right now at 6 and 5, they are the number 7 seed. Looking to win tonight to keep that position. 2nd and 10, back to pass. Russell Wilson looking short. Jerry Jeudy the target. Receiver opportunity, no good. Incomplete. There is a penalty. And it's against Baltimore. They were in the neutral zone, so mark off 5 yards. Replay the down. 2nd and 5 for Denver. Broncos have outgained them 263-217 in this game. Lamar Jackson, an interception. The game's only turnover. Back to pass again. Russell Wilson looking short, no good, incomplete. Caught the defense looking run, but Jerry Jeudy missed it. On Wilson's card, I should clarify, 3rd down and 5. Broncos at their own 29. They're going to go 3 wide receivers now. Kendall Hinton in the slot. Mike Boone's going to be the lone setback. Safety Marcus Williams up close, showing blitz for the Ravens. So little eye candy. To tempt Russell Wilson. We'll see if David Kukofka wants that bait. Back to pass and looking deep. Empty zone. The safety came up to the short pass. Got to avoid the blitz first. It's a flush, so never mind. It's going to be a little dump off. Needing 5. It's going to Greg Dortch. 6 on the white die. Dortch has the pass. He's got it. 1st down across the 50. Brought down at the Baltimore 48-yard line. Pickup of 23 on the play. First and 10 at the Baltimore 48. Melvin Gordon, the tailback again. Williams, the safety up close again, showing blitz out of the 3-4. Wilson, back to pass, short. Dortch has it. Or, I'm sorry, Dortch. I said Dortch. It's actually Greg Dulcich, the tight end. I apologize. Penalty on the Ravens is going to be declined here, I thought, but it is actually accepted. So he takes the 1st and 5. I assume that's an oversight as he gave up the 12-yard reception to accept that penalty. 1st and 5, Broncos at the Baltimore 43. 2 tight end set. It looks like another aggressive move on the safety. Double teaming Jerry Jeudy. Deep ball to Cortland Sutton. Nobody in the zone, but it's going to be another dump off. This one's going to Melvin Gordon, and it's going to be 1st down yardage, 6 yards on the catch. First and 10 now at the Baltimore 37-yard line. Third catch on the day, Melvin Gordon. Latavius Murray now in at tailback. Defense looking pass. It's off tackle to Murray, but whoa, he is brought down. 2-yard loss. Credit David Kukofka, who had 2 linebackers in that zone. And that was the difference, 2nd and 12. 3:36 on the clock. Defense showing blitz, looking pass, but it's going to be an off-tackle run. And Latavius Murray brought down right away again. This time on his wrong column. Hits that 5. 3rd down and 12. At the Baltimore 39. Field goal range goes out to the 38. So he's close. Back to pass. Looking short. Going to Cortland Sutton. Defense. Called pass in the deep dime, but it's caught, but brought down short of the sticks. 4th and 2 at the 29. That's a 2 through 9 and 12 field goal. I think McManus is going to go for that, and he does. He's on the field. From 46 yards, the field goal is up and good. And with 2:24 remaining in the 3rd quarter, the Broncos on the road have extended to a 17-point lead in Baltimore, 23-6. The ensuing kickoff fielded by Devin Duvernay and brought out to the 24, 1st and 10 there. Two tight end set here for the Ravens. Kenyon Drake in as the tailback. He had that 28-yard run on the last drive. Kareem Jackson up close showing blitz now for the Broncos. Defense looking pass, but it's an end-run quarterback, Lamar Jackson, and that's going to be a 5-yard pickup as he beats the linebacker. There is a penalty, and they're going to accept that one because it's a 5-yard penalty. 1st down and 5. As the Broncos were offsides. Here's a screen pass. Kenyon Drake. And a good opportunity, +6 and the yak, and we're going to keep it at 6. It's good enough for a 1st down there. Bad yak roll. Baltimore now 1st and 10 out to the 35-yard line. Lamar Jackson, 12 of 23, just 89 yards. Nickel here from the defense, back to pass. Lamar Jackson looks short. He's going to Isaiah, likely and no good, incomplete. Missed a lot of end runs there. 2nd down and 10. Kenyon Drake stays in the game as the tailback. Here's an in-run Lamar. Defense calls pass. That's what he's looking for. Lamar on his card. He's got room, and he's around the edge. 1st down yardage up near midfield. There is a penalty, so we'll see if it stands. And it is offsides Denver, so the play will stand. Pickup of 14 yards on the play. 1st and 10, Baltimore now at the 49-yard line. Ravens still in the 2 tight end set. There's a pitch out to Kenyon Drake, linebacker in zone, and that's going to stop it at just a 3-yard gain on the defensive card. Would have been 5. 2nd down and 7 across midfield now, the Denver 48, as we have reached the 4th quarter here in Baltimore. It is the witching hour, guys. When wins become losses, I couldn't help it, and losses become wins. 2nd and 7 off tackle, and Kenyon Drake's got 5 on his card. 3rd and 2 now at the Denver 43, and I'd have to think down by 17 in the 4th quarter. This is 4-down territory for Coach Shoemaker and the Ravens. 2 tight end set. Drake still the tailback. J.K. Dobbins injured for this game. So that's probably part of it. Back to pass on 3rd and 2. Looking short, and it's a yak, or I should say receiver opportunity missed. Sammy Watkins was the target. He had 4 opportunities, missed them all. It's 4th and 2, and as expected, the offense stays on the field here. 4th and 2 at the Denver 43. Blocking back set. 6-rated fullback Ricard now in front of Drake as the tailback. 3-4 here from Denver. Ravens desperately needing this fourth down conversion here. The defense calls run. It is run up the middle. Kenyon Drake on his card on the right column. He breaks through and he's got a first down. +5 on that carry. In the clutch, 1st and 10. Ravens at the Denver 38. Drake still in. 2 tight end set. Broncos out of the 3-4. Back to pass, looking deep. That zone's empty. The safety came up. Lamar on his card gets a must run, and he's got room around the left edge, and he's got the sticks, guys. 10 yards and a first down at the Denver 28. Lamar Jackson now 8 carries, 76 yards rushing in this game. That leads all rushers on either team. Still 2 tight ends for the Ravens. Now Gus Edwards into the game at tailback. Safety up close showing blitz. Defense calls pass. It's not. Pitch out. Gus Edwards on his card. Good for 6. Good looking card on wrong. 2nd down and 4. Edwards stays in at tailback. 3-3-5 nickel here from the Broncos. Safety up close showing blitz again. Back to pass. Lamar looking short. Demarcus Robinson, no good, incomplete. The defense called run, but there were 4 men in zone. That pass was incomplete even with 3 men in zone, though. 3rd down and 4 for the Ravens. Still 2 tight end set with Gus Edwards in the deep eye. Sammy Watkins and Demarcus Robinson split out wide on either side. The former Chiefs. Broncos out of the 3-4. 23-6. Broncos on top. Defense looking pass is run. Up the middle. Gus Edwards on his card. Nowhere. Brought down right away. Hits the 5 on his card in the wrong column. And it is 4th and 4. Baltimore. They're down 17. They do have Tucker, so it should be a pretty automatic field goal. 2 through 10 if he wants to cut it to 14. There's 11:42 left in this game. And indeed, John Shoemaker going to go ahead and get that field goal on the board. Here comes Justin Tucker. A 39-yard field goal attempt is up and good. And that's going to cut the deficit to 14, 23-9. Broncos on top. Ensuing kickoff is deep and a touchback. So, with 11:24 remaining, Broncos up by 14 again. And they have the ball at their own 25. They would love nothing more than to chew up some clock here. Blocking back set, it's going to be Latavius Murray as the tailback here to start the series. 3-4 from the Ravens. Back to pass. Russell Wilson looking short and actually going to be a penalty on the offense. Dead ball foul. 5 yards, so 1st and 15 now at the 20. Ravens coming hot, winning their last 3 games. Latavius Murray off tackle and good yardage. That's a pickup of 8. That'll get back to penalty yardage and more. 2nd down and 7. Broncos from their 28. 2 tight ends set yet again. Defense looks run, but it's not. Back to pass. Looking short is Russell Wilson. He's got his man. It's Murray out of the backfield. 1st down across the 40 to the 41-yard line. Move the sticks as Russell Wilson goes over 250 yards passing in the game. 3rd catch for Latavius Murray. Who stays in the game here, 1st and 10. Here's a dump-off pass. 2 men in zone, but it stays on the quarterback card for a 2-yard loss. Russell Wilson on his card. Hit a -2, 2nd and 12. Tackle on the play by Roquan Smith. And on 2nd and 12, the Ravens move into the nickel. Dump pass off to the side, incomplete. Linebacker was in zone, and 3rd down and 12 now. Denver from their 39. Just under 10 minutes remain in this one. Ravens looking to get off the field defensively. Spread formation here for Russell Wilson and the Broncos. 4 wide receivers in the game. Chase Edmonds now behind him in the backfield. Deep dime from the Ravens showing blitz. Back to pass is Russell Wilson. He's going to look short. Kendall hitting the target, and he's going to be forced to scramble. Runs around the right side, and he's going to get a first down and more. Down to the Baltimore 44. Russell Wilson on 3rd and 12. Must run. Picks up 17 yards on a roll of 3. Clutch run for Wilson, who's now 32 yards on the ground in this one. 1st and 10 now at the Baltimore 44. Huge first down in this game. Back to pass. And he's looking deep. The run was a key, so he's got all nothing but long gains showing on that card. And it is caught by Jerry Jeudy inside the 20. And he's going to go, folks, behind the defense. Touchdown of 41 yards. Wilson to Jerry Jeudy. And with 9 minutes to go here in the 4th quarter, the Broncos have opened up a 3-touchdown lead. I called that as a 41-yard touchdown pass. It was actually 44 yards on that touchdown pass. Jerry Jeudy on the day, 4 catches, 108 yards, and all 3 touchdown receptions. So a big game for him. On for the extra point, Brandon McManus. It's up and good. And the Broncos starting to run away with this one on the road. They're up 30-9 on Baltimore. Touchback, and the Ravens begin at the 25. A team can come back from this kind of deficit with that kind of time, but I would say the Ravens are not necessarily built that way. Although, an argument can be made that you can pepper an opponent with passes on wrong and run Lamar Jackson. Lamar still has 6 rushes he can use before he is fatigued. And on end run, he's got a plus 38, a plus 25, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 short gains. Boy, must run, he's got a plus 79. Yikes. So I guess you look at it that way. There's still plenty of time here. Ravens can put points on the board. And looks like we have a user that has dropped. So looks like these 2 teams are going to set up for another game number. And I tell you what, 21 points. Let's see. I'm going to go ahead and stick with it. It's still 3 scores. So as long as we get a game number up here pretty quick, we'll go ahead and fire it up again. While we wait for that, nobody here, just making sure. Okay. We'll give them a second to see if we're going to get another game number. While we do that, we can update back over here. Chiefs won tonight as they go to 9-3. Beat the Bengals, who go to 9-3. And I guess we know what that means. Chiefs and Bengals going to switch. And we had the Bucs going to 6-6, and the Saints falling to 6-7. So that's going to be Buccaneers at 6-6, Saints at 6-7. Let's see if we got another game number going here, and we do. Hello. Unless the game gets really crazy, really crazy on a blowout. I like to finish these games because the way I look at it is if my game's being broadcast and I'm blowing somebody out, I think I'd like to see the rest of that. So I try to finish these games whenever I can, even if it gets a little bit out of hand. 9 minutes remain in this one, 30-9. Broncos on top. Ravens beginning at their 25. Lamar Jackson back to pass. He is looking short. Sammy Watkins, and that's going to be incomplete. That called for the defender, and he only needed to beat that 4 on the white die. K'Wan Williams makes the play. 2nd and 10. 3 wide receivers now splitting out for the Ravens. Deep dime now on 2nd and 10 from the Broncos. So Coach Kukafka keeping that extra safety on the field here, up 3 scores. Back to pass. Lamar Jackson looking short again, but he is going to be brought down. Sack on the play. Brought down by Draymond Jones, a loss of 8. That's going to make it 3rd and 18. Second sack of the game for the Broncos. Both of them by Draymond Jones. Broncos, as I recall, come into the game with the worst sack differential. But they've got 2 sacks in this game and have yet to allow one, so that'll help them a bit. On 3rd and 18, the Ravens. 3 wide receivers, 1 fullback in the backfield. That's Isaiah Likely. Out of the pistol is Lamar Jackson. Oh, we lost the users again. So it looks like we have another disconnect. That's interesting. Looks like I have 2 games up somehow. Let me close. What did I do? So if the game gets out of hand with a bunch of disconnects, I might cut, but we're going to see if they can post another one up here pretty quick. They may not, because as I always tell people, you post, 3, 4 game numbers. At some point, if you want to stop posting it, I think it's incumbent upon us to just understand and respect that. I appreciate guys that'll come out here like this and give it to me 3 or 4 times. And then at that point, I think it's my job to flex for you if you don't want to come out here and post it again. So we'll give it a second here, see if that's what they want to do. In the meantime, let's come over here. Let's look at the coach of the year. And we mentioned the Chiefs win. That's not going to matter too much, putting that 9 there. And that's going to be in the NFC tonight. The Buccaneers won. So that's their 6th win. And they need 3 more to become eligible. Still no game number there. Let's come back and do just a little bit more here. All right, AFC East. That game has not played. Here it is. Bengals fall to 9-3 tonight with their first loss in the AFC. By the way, that's going to be an interesting tale to tell about this game. Crazy game. Oops, that's not capitalized because we're not division opponents. All right. And the Chiefs get the win over the Bengals. Move to 9-3. 6-2. Still waiting on those. NFC South, here we go. Saints fall to 6-7. They fall to 2-2, and this will kind of give you the visual on why that was such a big loss. And of course, 4-5 here. The Bucs instead improved to 6-6. Here's the big one: 4-0 in the division. 5-3 there.
Saints. That's a season sweep, too, which makes it even tougher for New Orleans as far as winning the division. All right, we'll reorder those later, but of course, Bucs now lead that division with that 6-6 record, and the Panthers still just one game behind them. Panthers did lose one game to the Bucs, but they have another one coming up here in Week 17, so we'll see where that leaves us. So let's take a look here. We do indeed have another game number. Let's give this AFC matchup one more shot. And indeed, we're back. 5 minutes remain in this one. A 3rd and 7 for Denver. Kind of playing out the string here. Broncos looking to win this one. Up 21. Chase Edmonds, the tailback. Here's a quick slant over the middle to Greg Dulcich, the tight end. And a 6 on the white die moves that to the 0-man column. And Dulcich has room. He's going to go inside the 20, inside the 10, into the end zone all the way. Touchdown. 40-yard touchdown pass. Russell Wilson to Greg Dulcich. As Russell Wilson now with 344 yards and 4 passing TDs as they are blowing out Baltimore. Extra point by McManus is good, and it is 37-9. Close enough to the end here. We're going to stick on in case either coach wants to come on and talk about it, either because they're happy or they just feel like getting things off their chest. I've seen either of those happen. Always impressed when a guy loses a game and comes on the broadcast with me, because I can tell you firsthand, I don't know that I would be in the mood some of those times. Sometimes I am, sometimes I'm not. So the Ravens take over at their 25 with 4:48 on the clock, and we do have backups in the game. Should go pretty quickly as these guys are going to run out some clock. There's a 5-yard pickup. So we can probably skip some plays and move ahead on this one. I'll come back. We'll keep an eye on the game, obviously. But let's look ahead. Broncos, after that, improved to 7-5. They are 5-4 in the conference. The win over the Ravens. And I think, let's hold and check that in a second, but where is it? There we go. What's the Broncos? How many in a row is that? Seems like it's been a while since I've seen them lose. They're putting pressure on me. Here we are. Yes, and indeed, Broncos come into this with 3 consecutive wins. And so this will be 4 straight for Denver as they keep pace. 2 games back of Kansas City. And we can come back now to the AFC North and mark Baltimore, who began 1-5. They're now 5-7. That's not a death sentence. 3-5. Probably is a death sentence for the division, but I think Cincy was looking to walk away with that. And a loss to the Broncos. Let's go back and check on our game. We've almost reached the 2-minute warning. 2nd and 14. Let's go ahead and get queued up to let the coaches know. Penalty on that last play makes it 2nd and 19. So as we look here, Denver going to improve to 7-5. So today we saw both the Browns and Broncos get wins today to really kind of cement their position as the 6 and 7 seeds. Steelers and Raiders 1 game back, and then a quartet of teams here working their way. Ravens fall to 5 and 7. That should be all up to date. And the Broncos, who have already qualified for the Coach of the Year tournament, add another win. And of course, they've got their eyes set on something much bigger. Snap fumble on the last play as seemingly everything going wrong for Baltimore. Mama said there'd be days like this. Third and 17, screen pass, Kenyon Drake, and that's going to be incomplete. 4th down and 17, Ravens going to punt. And Jordan Stout with a 47-yarder going to be fielded at the 22. And Montrell Washington, a nice return, 15 yards out to the 37. Although, what do we have? Says he's at the 17. So again, that's got to be a case where, despite my math, something on the way the game presented everything tricked us. Broncos with an inside run to Chase Edmonds. We'll see if the Ravens have any inclination to stop the clock. They do not. So now just 60 seconds remaining here. Looks like we're going to have a final here in 2 more snaps. Backup quarterback in the game for Denver as well, Brett Rippon. Run up the middle, Chase Edmonds. He's got 4 yards, and clock's going to run down to 15 seconds, and we're ready for our final snap of the game. And the QB takes a knee. That's going to do it. From Baltimore, where the home team unfortunately gets throttled. Broncos walk away with a convincing 37-9 win over the Ravens. Congratulations, Coach Kukafka. Both coaches just got invited on for a post game. The policy remains the same. Come if you want. Please do not if you prefer not to. No pressure. Wow. Net passing yards, Denver 344 and Baltimore just 79. Baltimore did get almost 200 yards rushing. Nevertheless, Denver outgained them 434 to 273. We mentioned Jerry Jeudy going over 100 yards with 3 tutties. Greg Dulcich was close, 9 catches, 98. Yep, so both of these coaches have confirmed that they are unavailable for a broadcast tonight. No problem. So we're going to go ahead and wrap things up here. Final out of Baltimore. Denver wins this one 37-9. In earlier action, the Saints and Buccaneers went to overtime, and it was the Buccaneers that walked away with the victory, 39-36 on an overtime field goal by Ryan Suckup. In earlier action today, I know that the Browns defeated it's been a while. Browns defeated the Texans, and I have it on good faith that the Chiefs won as well, defeating the Bengals as the number 1 seed race tightens up there in the AFC as well. So that's going to do it for tonight's broadcast. More games on tap tomorrow as the USFFL rolls on. Brother is tired.